Let's get a little
Calling people daddy is gross. Stop kink shaming me. Kink shaming is my kink.
There we go. There's the proper welcome that we've been waiting for. Give me. There we go. Okay. All right. We are here. We are doing this thing. So actually, we're gonna warp ourselves to the TWR universe because if you read the title, you know why. Welcome. Actually, hold on. All right, there we go. Okay. There we go. Now we can get some stuff set up. So, if you couldn't tell by the title, I will be watching a season of Enterprising Engines for the first time because this is not clickbait. I have not seen a full season or practically a lot of episodes of Enterprising Engines. The only episode that I have seen is, well, I don't even know if it is an episode, but the only full video that I've seen from Matt is Mike's Dog Days, which I thought was all right. It was good. And the funny thing is, I've actually met up with Matt Mashad in real life 2 times. Well, actually, technically 3 times, but the 2 times I actually spoke to him. The first time was the first Northlands event when it was still under TEC, or We Live in a Tank and just so yeah, and basically what was happening was Matt was at the front door of Northlands, or actually no, that was in the trailer. I first got to Northlands and I went up to the little party room where they had the events, and I had to get a wristband because that's what they were doing at the time. And the person who was giving out the wristbands was Matt or Enterprising. And I was like, "Hey Matt, I need a wristband." And then he was like, "All right, I got you," and gave it to me. And that was it. Nothing about YouTube channels or like anything else, not about like series, just hey, I need a wristband. No, I did not eat the wristband, TP. The second time that I spoke to him was with Super Thomas Eli 99, who was in the chat, which was the last time we went to the Edison Greenberg train show. And Matt was there. Eli wanted to get his autograph, and I was just hanging around with him. And then Matt was like, "Oh yeah, that's Steve the Weave, yeah, that guy." And I was flustered, but that was pretty much it. Nothing like too big or anything. So yeah. Also, another thing, I'm not going to be having people on the stream. It's just going to be me giving my reaction to season 0. And I have calculated season 0 is about an hour and 50 minutes. So yeah. So if I really feel like it, then I would probably do another season on stream. But I also calculated that season 1 is about 3 hours long. So I'm not going to be here doing a 5-hour stream. Noah, shut the fuck up. All right. We all good? We all good? We all good in the hood? No, we all lit?
Calling people.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. Oh yeah, I forgot my logo. There we go. Now it's official. Okay. All right. Let's get this up. Okay. Let me see what that. No. No. Yeah, we'll just do that. Wait, which one do you like better? This layout or this layout? Boom, boom. Would it be on the bottom or on the side? Yes, reply. In the corner. Some people are saying the corner, others are saying the side. You guys fine with this? Yeah. All right, well, I'm just gonna do the corner. Another thing, I'm gonna be having subtitles on so I can better understand the audio, because I actually like reading subtitles and seeing what and understanding what they're saying. It doesn't mean I'm stupid or deaf or whatever. It's just I like subtitles. Okay, don't judge me. All right. Oh yeah, and another thing, don't be giving me spoilers about all this lore and stuff. I know about the existence of young Tucker. I actually saw the model in real life at Northlands, but I don't know the full-fleshed character. That literally all I know is that young Tucker exists. I don't know like anything about his character or whatever. But yeah, no spoilers in the chat. Dang, TT, why you gotta bully me? Just because I wear glasses. Wow. And I gotta read. All right, let's just get this road on the show. 3, 2, 1, go. Coffee break.
A long time ago, Thomas's branch line was known as the Tidmouth, Knapford, and Ellsbridge Light Railway. This is where Topham Hatt, the man who would become the first
Oh my god,
got his start as chief mechanical
bro, he's
engineer.
spinning.
He built several vertical boiler engines to run the line, and while they worked hard,
my name is Glenn.
When under strain, their boilers would spew dirty brown water.
Ew. Gamer water.
The railwaymen called them coffee pots. These engines also had weak brakes, which prevented them from taking loads that were too heavy. Over time, all the coffee pot engines were taken out of service.
I like those custom branch line coaches.
Glenn.
Yeah.
One day, Mr.
Oh my God, Farquhar Toby!
With important news.
Glenn, I need you to take stone from the quarry down to Tidmouth Harbour. I know it's a lot to pull, but the ship must depart this evening. Can I trust you to get everything delivered on time?
Of course, sir. I won't let you down.
Oh dear, I hope he can manage.
Spoiler alert,
Glenn
he's
set
not.
right to work,
I don't
eagerly
know.
arranging his trucks into line.
I like those trucks. They're cool.
Easy, old boy. Any more trucks, and this train might be more than your brakes can handle.
Fair point. You best be careful.
Glenn was keen to please Mr. Hatt, but he knew his driver was right. Glenn hauled.
Oh my gosh, cool.
trains to the
Oh my
harbor
god,
and back
outside.
all afternoon.
10 out of 10, automatic.
But as the hours crept by, there was still a lot of stone left to deliver.
Oh dear. We're getting really
Oh
close.
shit.
Driver, can we take more than 4 trucks? We won't be able to get all the stone to the harbour at the rate we're going, and I don't want to let Mr. Hart down.
Sorry,
Was
Glenn.
Glenn
but
breaking the
your
fourth
brakes
wall? He
aren't
just
strong
looked directly
enough.
at the camera.
If we take more trucks, you might not be able to stop if something's in the way.
But if all the stone isn't on that ship, Mr. Hutt might take me out of service. Just like the other coffee pots.
All right, then. We'll take on more trucks, but we need to be careful.
Oh,
Of
no.
course. Oh, thank you, sir.
Oof. Soon he shunted an enormous line of 20 trucks.
At first, Glenn had the heavy train under control. But he reckoned without the hill.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
His driver knew Glenn was having a tough time of it.
Come on, Glenn. Once we reach the top, it's all downhill from there.
Holy shit. Oh, God.
Glenn!
Uh-oh.
When they did, they spotted a sign that said, "All trains stop to pin down brakes." However,
Percy, you must
Glenn tried to
whoosh and
stop.
crash.
He couldn't.
Oh, no! No!
Oh,
Somebody help me! I can't stop!
how are those trucks not
Up ahead,
derailing? It's wooden
Glenn could
railway.
see the station coming into view. He whistled an alarm. Luckily, the station master heard Glenn and quickly switched the points, sending him into the runaway siding.
Ow. Oh, so it's Thomas and the trucks.
Phew!
It was lucky that Glenn didn't come off the rails, but his driver knew they could go no further.
This doesn't look good, old boy. We better call for help.
The brake van's stuck on the main line. Oh
Later,
my God, Edward!
another engine arrived to pick up Glenn's trucks. Mr. Hatt assessed the damage. Glenn had never seen him look so unhappy.
You're...
No. Oh, no.
No.
Do it all.
What won't do? What's wrong with me?
Well, Glenn,
A lot of
you've
things.
damaged your brakes and your pipes look beyond repair. What on earth were you thinking? You must have known that was too many trucks.
I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to make sure all the stone got to the ship on time. I was afraid if I didn't, you
I was just
would take
stupid.
me out of service.
I did
and
a
I'd never get to
stupid.
work again.
Glenn, I'm afraid that we have to leave you here on this siding for the time
What if
being.
Glenn got a
We
job at
just don't have the
Starbucks?
money to repair you.
Someone should do that.
I can still work. I'll be really useful, I promise.
I wish that was true, but it's simply not the case. You'll stay here until we can find something to do with you.
The Lego faces kind of remind me of Wiley. I don't know.
And with that,
I don't know why.
Mr. Hatt left, leaving Glenn all alone on the siding.
Oh no!
He wasn't sure if he'd ever get to work again.
Oh my
Only
gosh!
time could tell.
The Lord! The Lord! Thomas is gonna find him! That was pretty lit. Kind of like a little Thomas in the truck thing. That was lit. Am I gonna get an ad? Shut up. Shut your face. Alright. Tim comes to terms. Oh my gosh, it's Elijah! It's Elijah! Also, guys, tell me if you can hear me during the playing of the episode. I just want to make sure that you can hear me commentate. Is there a post-credit scene? No. I will. No, it doesn't look like it. Nope. Ah! I hate YouTube. YouTube is gross. Okay. Good. We good? We good? We good? Alright, we good. Alright, Tim comes to terms. It's Elijah from Fan of Thomas 31. Okay. Here we go.
Tim, the tram engine, pulls passengers from Arlesborough to Cosney Howell. One day, Tim scurried into the yards looking distraught. This caught the attention of
Why doesn't
Cora,
he look like a
Toby.
demon? No, I'm just
What's
kidding.
gotten you so wound up, Tim?
You're not doing anything right now, are you, Cora? Well, nothing beyond
Doing your
sitting
mouth.
around in the yards anyway. You have to help me. Smudge has come off the line again, and manager wants me to take his goods train.
What else is new?
Tim,
I warned
if
you.
You're trying to get out of work.
I'm not. I just have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I'm a passenger engine.
Well, I can see that, Tim, but we all need to do the work we're assigned.
But I've never worked with trucks before.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
doing the job well requires all the necessary preparation. Take my passenger work, for instance. I've been working my route for years, collecting and organizing line-side objects so I can understand every single mechanic detail.
I don't think that's how that works.
Pulling passengers is my art. It's my craft. I understand it. I know I'm the best around at it. But trucks? I'm an amateur. I'm sure to come off the rails if you don't help me.
I already hate him.
Here, Tim.
I already hate him.
Haven't you heard all the horror stories about the troublesome trucks?
Hey, watch it!
Here we go again.
Don't you go around calling us troublesome trucks, buddy. We're nothing like those guys.
But you are a troublesome truck, aren't you?
Me?
Whoa,
No way.
whoa,
I'm a
whoa.
slate wagon,
Assumption much?
completely different.
Are those troublesome trucks?
Try again, bud. Those are the cantankerous conflats.
Bah! What about those tipping things?
The vexing V-tipper wagons.
How about those?
The unruly gunpowder vans.
There is no way you aren't just making that one up.
Nope. Those guys are really just that uninspired. You think they would have
If you bump them, you blow up.
Va-va-voom!
It's too much. I don't understand. I can't understand. I can't understand.
Cool, now die. God,
Things
stop.
like this are why no one takes you out anymore.
Luckily, the manager set things straight. The trucks were silly, surprising no one, but they didn't stop Tim from doing the job well.
If Tim dies in this episode, I will survive.
At the end of the day, he visited Cora in the sidings.
I'm sorry for being so overdramatic, Cora. These trucks aren't always troublesome. In fact, they're mostly just silly.
Even the silly slate wagon smiled. He was proud to have lived up to his name.
You think they would just pick
You'd think they would have picked something with a little more.
boom? I mean, that's like a German boom. Wunderbar.
Okay, I'm gonna edit it so it cuts from the real world, and it's just gonna be you with like a nuclear explosion.
I was listening. That's gonna be so much fun. Oh wow.
I am a cantankerous conflat, and to you I say, bah.
Okay. So far, that has been probably my least favorite episode. Just because Tim is just a whiny bitch for 4 minutes. Basically, this whole episode was just, oh wow, he's used to coaches, and now he has to pull freight cars, and he whines about it for like a minute, and then he pulls them. Nothing happens, and he's like, yeah, they're not so bad. The only good part about this episode was that joke, that slate car joke. So yeah.
If your score needs work, you should get
The weight of the world. Bah. Wait. Bah. Yeah, if someone can get Matt in the chat, that'd be pretty lit. He's aware. He knows that I exist. I don't think he knows that about my He just knows about my username. I don't know if he knows that I have like a channel or Twitter. Well, he knows that he knows that I have a Twitter because he's liked my post before. But yeah, all right. The Weight of the World. This is the first one written by Matt himself. Hey.
The engines on the Mid-Sodor Railway worked happily together for many years.
Screw you.
But then hard times came.
No.
There were less trains, and businesses were winding
Oh
down.
no, it's Toys R Us.
One day, the foreman spoke to Atlas.
The mines are closing. I'm afraid we'll have to liquidate our assets.
Liquid your ass. Whoa,
That
that
sounds
can be
painful.
good.
Well, it is just not the way you're imagining it.
What's going to
Is
happen?
that Brady?
We'll have to sell what we can to make ends meet and abandon the rest. We just
Oh my
sold
God,
all of you and
it's
Alfred's
the
remaining
dude.
coal to the village. They need it more than we do right now.
Oh no. It's a dreadful shame. First Alfred, then the mine. Could I take the coal to the village?
Atlas, you're in no condition to work. You haven't had any proper maintenance for quite some time.
I have another run in
Turtles,
me.
you haven't had any proper
Please.
maintenance in any time.
I'd like to be really useful one last time. For Alfred and for everyone. And so it was arranged. Atlas's driver and fireman returned. They lit his fire, and their final
Made
journey
lots of
began.
steam, and Atlas puffed away.
Though it wouldn't be an easy one, Atlas felt like he had the weight of the world on his bumpers.
Oh my God, title
Especially
drop!
when he went downhill. Steady, steady.
You don't sound well, Atlas.
I don't feel well either. But that can't be helped. But when Atlas felt that he could truly go no further, he found that it could.
But no.
Those fireflies.
Okay. Thought we were gonna do some Magic Railroad shit.
Atlas, what are you talking about? There's nothing there. I think he's starting to lose it.
Atlas didn't mind that his driver couldn't see what he
But to
could.
Duncan, it looks like
He
an
decided
engine.
to give it another try. Come on, let's show this hill what we're made of.
From that
Lights
boy.
are shining green for us. Green for glory.
But, God damn it. I knew it.
Right.
I knew it.
Nevertheless, the strange fireflies gave Atlas the courage to continue. With each wheel turn, he managed to get to the nearest cluster. And then the next, and the next, and the next.
No, he's having hallucinations. It's normal. Look at him go. Look at that boy go. Honey! What? Whoa, whoa. Aw. When did the drugs kick it? Wait. When did the hallucinogenic drugs kick in?
It was a slow and difficult journey, but at last, Atlas reached the station. He was greeted by a crowd of grateful villagers.
Thank you, Atlas.
Glad to be of service. His driver was very proud.
While I do think your dome has cracked, you are, without a doubt, a really useful engine.
Thank you. I'm glad we could have one more run together. It was hard to bid farewell to all the good times and the bad.
Oh.
But Atlas was pleased to have gone out on a high note.
And then he blew up.
Before he was broken up, some of the villagers came to visit him.
Uncoupled.
If we had known that taking the train would have damaged you, we would have gone without our coal.
It's no bother. You might say that helping others has always been my Achilles wheel.
We're going to be very sad to see our little engines go. If you'd allow it, we'd love to honor you in some way.
Oh, yes, an excellent idea. Perhaps a mural, a tapestry, a statue.
Oh, I wouldn't waste your time with something like that. It's what you do that leaves a lasting impression in this world. Plus, it seems in poor taste.
Right. Oh my god, it's him! Ah! Very long. Okay, yeah. That was cute. Little determination-esque story. Oh shit. Alright. Look.
Heartbreaking, isn't it?
I agree. I'll miss those little engines.
They brought light to our lives.
They certainly did.
I hope they're happy, wherever they are now.
It's hard to say. There's nowhere they'd rather be than here.
What?
Where am I?
What?
It seems the end has no end.
What? This purgatory? In the middle of nowhere. Oh my god. So I will confirm, Atlas. Does this confirm Atlas is a drug addict? Hold on. Random bro. Okay. That was pretty late.
Hey.
No. I'm already using your software. Shut up. Ring of Lebel. Oh my god, hi. No, it's Heisel Productions? My boy Thomas? Holy shit. My boy Thomas is in this? Okay. Alright. Let's see. Ring of Lebel.
Toby had been welcomed warmly on Thomas's branch line. He loved chuffing through the village, cheerfully ringing his bell as people waved.
Not the old model, 0 out of 10.
The villagers were quite taken with their new tram engine, much to Thomas's chagrin.
Gruffy!
One evening, Toby and Henrietta were bringing the workmen home from the quarry.
Falls off
The
bridge.
trucks, loaded with stone, rattled behind them.
Ooh, rickety.
They had just left the quarry and were crossing the road when
cool.
they heard an awful screech. Toby stopped, the trucks blocking the road. The driver and guard went along the train, looking for the problem.
One of the truck's brakes slipped on, Toby. It must have been loose. Won't take long to fix.
Toby sat patiently as the crew tended to the truck. Suddenly, he saw something up the road. The constable who had given Thomas trouble came speeding towards him on a bicycle.
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on here?
Trouble with the wagon brake, sir. Won't be long until we're on our way.
Now this won't do at all. You're blocking a busy public road.
Toby glanced up and down the road. There wasn't a car in sight.
Is this guy the equivalent of a Karen? Is this like the first Karen in Thomas?
Don't get smart with me. You engines are nothing but lawbreakers.
He scribbled furiously in his notebook, stormed back to the guard, thrust a ticket towards him, and rode off in a huff.
You!
Obstruction of traffic? What nonsense!
He's literally the first Karen of Thomas.
Quite dumbfounded.
I don't understand. There wasn't a car to be seen. I think that constable has it out for us, so Topham Hatt won't be happy about that ticket.
Huh. Perhaps you're not the solution he thought you'd be after all.
Thomas shut his eyes and promptly went to sleep. Toby chuckled and followed suit.
Outrageous!
More coffee, sir?
Oh, more coffee is certainly welcome, Winston. I don't know. These policemen, they're more trouble than they're worth.
He sipped his coffee, pondering what to do.
Is this an anti-police propaganda episode?
Later that day, Toby was heading along the farm lane with some trucks. He was still cross over what happened, and the trucks knew they had best behave themselves. As he came out the lane, he could see the constable on his bicycle. Toby
ran him, hit him.
The town when a car shot out in front of him.
Oh no.
Look out! The constable hadn't heard the car, but it was headed right towards him. Without hesitation, Toby rang his bell loudly. The constable heard that. He fell off his bicycle onto the sidewalk.
Oh my
just
God.
in time to avoid the car. It sped off down the road and disappeared. Toby halted near where the constable sat bewildered.
Are you all right, sir?
Just what do you think you're playing at?
Oh my God.
But the car.
Do it. I'll be reporting you for this, mark my words.
He's lit.
Before Toby could reply, Bertie the bus came
He's
roaring
literally.
up.
Toby, are you all right? That car didn't hit you, did it?
No, Bertie, I'm just fine.
Oh, thank goodness. You gave my passengers a good fright. That was some quick thinking on your part.
What's this? You're in cahoots with this engine?
The driver and passengers stormed out of Bertie and marched up to the constable.
Everyone beat the shit out of
Look
him.
here, Toby's a hero. If it weren't for him, you'd be in a sorry state, let me tell you. Now, will you stop pestering Toby and try catching the real criminal?
The passengers, continuing to scowl at the constable, mumbled in agreement.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Everyone turned to see Sir Topham Hatt and the chief of police.
First, you disrupt the work of my engines. Now, you pin the blame of someone else's actions on them. I must say, Constable, your actions don't leave me with much faith in the police.
I assure you, Sir Topham, we'll be taking action to ensure this never happens again.
Why does he look cracked
He
out?
motioned angrily for the constable to follow him.
Sorry.
I don't think you'll have any further issues with him.
Toby had never been so relieved. That night, Toby backed into the sheds to find Thomas smiling.
Well done, Toby.
Oh, nothing to it. You've got to look out for the people on your line, no matter their behavior.
Not that. I mean the constable. You should have seen how he jumped when you rang your bell. Not so tough after all, I suppose.
Toby smiled. It certainly hadn't been done for a laugh, but he couldn't help feeling that, by saving the constable, he made a friend of Thomas.
That's a freaking thing. Give my big break in the hot love. I'll tell you that.
Oh, good night, mate. Hey there. What you doing blocking the road for, mate? Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, he played the constable.
Oh, if you do it, I'll take
Nice. Thomas did a good job. That probably has to be the best episode that I've so far, honestly. I don't think everyone is on drugs. Well, maybe. Atlas is definitely on something.
James had been.
Scarlo, we remember. Holy crap. Yo, he remembers? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Yes, guys. What? Holy crap, the Reverend W. Audrey, so that means he like in 2020 he like came back and okay, I'm gonna stop with that.
Rude and said that Edward clanked about like a lot of old iron. He was most apologetic when Edward came to his rescue. After that, the Fat Controller sent Edward to the works to have his worn parts mended. Near the workstation,
this is a continuation
he
of
noticed
old
a
iron.
narrow gauge engine standing in an open-sided shed.
That's Scarloey. What's he doing here?
He
Really? I thought it was
Boco
Duncan.
and his brother
Holy
Reneus,
shit.
because in the old days, he had often brought passengers who wanted to travel up to the lake in their little train. As the men at the works could not mend him at once, Edward asked them if he could wait close to Scarloey.
I thought that dude was
pleased
wearing
to
like
see
Emmett
The owner
construction
just bought
outfit
2 more
from
engines.
the Lego movie.
He told me I was a very old engine and deserved a good rest. He gave me the shed so that I could see everything and not be lonely. But I am lonely all the same. I miss Reneus very much.
I can't be
Yesterday,
lonely,
one
but
of the
I'm
new
lonely.
engines pushed him on a truck, and now he's gone to be mended. I wish I could be mended too and pull coaches again.
Edward wanted to cheer Scarloey up, and he knew just where to start.
Have your coaches got names?
Dramatic zoom in. Is this the part where
yes. Agnes, Ruth, Jemima, Lucy, and Beatrice. Agnes is proud. She has cushions for first-class passengers.
Is this the part where
She
he
pities
remembers?
Ruth, Jemima, and Lucy, who are third class with bare boards, and all 4 sniff at Beatrice. Beatrice often smells of fish and cheese, but she is the most important.
Ew.
She has a little window through which the guard sells tickets. I sometimes leave the others behind, but I always take Beatrice. You must have tickets and a guard, you know.
Oh, of course.
Reneus and I used to take turns pulling trains. We know everybody, and everybody knows us. We whistle to the people in the field, at level crossings, and in lonely cottages and farms, and the people always wave to us.
Holy shit!
We love passing the school playgrounds at break time.
Did I
but then
just
the children will
foreshadow
always run over
Emmett?
to the fence and watch us go by. The passengers always wave because they think the children are waving to them. But we engines know better, of course.
We do indeed.
We take you tourists to the lake and then get ready to pull the train back. We enjoy the morning journey home because then our friends from the villages come down to do their shopping. We whistle before every station. Beep, beep, look out! And the people are there ready.
What
Wait a minute.
is wrong
Where's
with that
Mrs.
guy's
Last?
face?
Don't worry, I'm sure she's right on her way. Beep beep, we whistle, and Mrs. Last comes running to the platform.
We'll leave you behind one of these days, missus.
But we know we never will.
Oh no.
We stop elsewhere too, at farm crossings and stiles, where paths lead to lonely houses. Reneus and I know all the places very well, and our drivers used to say that we would stop even if he didn't put on the brakes.
He should, though.
He should what?
He should always put on the brakes. Assuming you stop on your own accord sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yes, obviously. Imagine if he hadn't, and I'd run away all on my own.
Scarlowy
Yes, obviously.
I was about to say
Anyway.
Scarlowy comes to rescue.
Sometimes on market day, Ruth, Jemima, and Lucy were so full of people that the guard would allow third-class passengers to travel in Agnes. She didn't like that at all.
First class coach? Third class people? How humiliating!
Lower
That
class,
made me
how
cross.
dare you?
Shut up, or I'll bump you. That solved her rudeness to my friends.
Damn.
Just then, some workmen came.
Oh my god, look,
We're
it's,
going to mend you now, Edward.
it's
Come
long
along.
hair and it.
Goodbye, Scarlowy. Thank you for telling me about your railway. It's a lovely little line.
It is. Thank you for talking to me, Edward. You've cheered me up. Goodbye.
Scarlowy watched Edward being taken back into the works. Then, shutting his eyes, he dozed in the warm afternoon sun. He smiled as he dozed, for he was dreaming, as old engines will, of happy days in the past.
Huck you, huck Paul's vids, what the fuck? I'm gonna talk. I didn't hear it. Oh my god, talking about up, up, up. Post credit scene.
Excuse me, do you know how Edward is doing?
I do. He's doing
He's
quite
fucking
well.
dead.
Considering the state he was in before he got here.
That's good to hear. What was wrong?
His parts were pretty worn. And rescuing James when he ran away was the icing on the cake.
Goodness. And even after all that, he still pulled through?
He sure did. Remarkable, isn't it?
Just like how Renee saved our railway.
Rotten, Sasson, Brasson, cattle cars, coaches, pushing. Oh, that's gonna be
What is
sore
that
in the
Sir Handel
morning.
voice?
No more work for you today. Bother those coaches.
Oh, there's Paul.
We must take the village people home and fetch the tourists, all without an engine.
And if you don't, we're gonna rip your face off.
Oh my god!
No, I don't want. Oh my god, shut up. Oh my gosh, it's another Thomas collab. Holy crap! That one was. Wait, did I skip one? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was okay. Honestly, Joey Turner isn't really the first choice I would think of when picking a voice for Handel. For Handel would kind of be like, guys, look! Oh my god, it's mine! It's mine! It was holy crap! Oh, this is 12 minutes long. Okay. Duck and Duke. Here we go. That's a nice custom.
The Great Western Railway had many remarkable engines. All ships shape in swinging fashion. The city of Truro, a dear friend of mine, went 100 miles an hour
Yes.
before any engine, car, or
10
airplane.
out of 10.
Ha! Those numbers were likely exaggerated. Where's the evidence, huh?
Someone's jealous.
Was that Moab?
The King-class engines, like King James
Pretty sure that
I,
was Moab.
were named after kings. When they joined the railway, they were the most powerful express passenger engines in the country.
Ha! If you measure power in looks, then I'd win any day.
So does that make jealousy contagious
Yeah, that's
then,
yeah.
Your Highness?
Then there were the Dukes. Such fine,
Ew.
majestic engines they were. They took
That
on
face.
express passenger work in Devon and Cornwall before they...
Keep your steam in, Duck. Usually all this Great Western chatter puts me right to sleep. But not when it gets this lively.
How disrespectful, James. You know, this is a prime example of something you wouldn't hear on the Great...
Oh, stow it.
Damn, bro, why you gotta
But
bully?
it was James who should have kept his steam in, because the next morning he had none to speak of. The Fat Controller was pressed to make other arrangements.
Will you be able to take his passengers, Duck?
Of course, sir.
But Duck wasn't in the best mood after what James had said that night.
When? But, oh
So when
no.
Peter Sam whistled hello at the workstation, Duck's reply seemed less than cordial.
Good morning, Duck. Morning, Peter Sam. You look cheerful.
Oh, I am. The thin controller
Hey,
said
it's
that
Pat.
the owner said that the Duke said that he is coming to our centenary to open the new extension around the lake. I imagine it's far from wherever he is, so I hope he has enough steam to get there.
Beg pardon. Do you think this Duke is an engine?
Of course. Why wouldn't he be?
Because there aren't any Dukes anymore, Peter Sam. There are many reasons why they wouldn't be able to attend the centenary, and that's just one of them.
Oh, but surely there's a chance.
Nope, there isn't.
Nope.
There are no Dukes.
But what
Nope,
if there
fuck you.
was
Your
one
opinion is
left?
wrong.
Maybe.
But I keep telling you, there are no Dukes. They were fine and stately, but they've all been scrapped.
Peter Sam goggled in
Let
horror.
me guess, he's gonna get proven
Oh
wrong.
no! Scrapped? This is dreadful. Now Scarloy and Reneus' birthday will be spoiled.
What?
Oh dear, oh
What?
dear.
No. Stop.
He bustled away with his empty coaches to share his bad news.
I think that Duck was pulling your wheels.
No, Scarloy. He was quite serious.
He always jokes like that.
Well, that's it. Everything's ruined, and I don't care if that duck likes to flap
Yeah,
its
now I
tail.
can tell it's Joey.
I'm a realist. And don't give me any of that glass half
But no
full
one
rubbish.
agreed, and they argued so loudly that the thin controller
Joey is a
came to
good
stop
voice
their
actor, but I
noise.
don't think he
They told him
fits
about
their
Duck,
handle.
but he paid no attention.
I've no time for this nonsense now. There's a change in tomorrow's work. Scar Louis, you will meet the Duke at 11 instead of 10:30.
They spent a gloomy night, but cheered up the next morning when the cleaners greeted the birthday engines with a special surprise.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
God.
4.
What the?
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, everyone, that's enough.
Ooga booga.
I said that's enough. Yes.
Thank you, Paul.
Happy birthday, Scarloy and Reneus, and here's to many more years steaming through this quiet Sudrian landscape. Now, Duncan, Sir Handel, and Rusty, the day is about
I
to
just can't
begin,
fathom the
and we
idea of
need you
engines
to
having
find your
birthdays. It just doesn't
coaches.
seem right to me.
Yes, right away, sir. As long as it's not a repeat of what happened last time.
Bradford Express coach.
Visitors crowded the big station. They wanted to stop at places along the line to watch the celebrations go by. Peter, Sam, and Reneus had carefully practiced their parts. Passengers in Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, and Beatrice all wore clothes of 1865. The Fat Controller's engines helped too. They brought people from all over the island to take part.
Away we go!
Oh, there's ads.
I think we're unique.
Gosh. Get out of here. Thank you.
Reneus' first trip was to run behind Peter's.
What if one of the figures fell out of
It took a little bit
one of
of
the
time
coaches?
for everything to be just right for the
Or they
cameraman
can't
taking
now.
their pictures.
How's this? No, too far.
No. Oh, Jesus.
Way too close by. Perfect.
What?
Stay
How?
right there.
Wouldn't really physics.
Excellent. It's all about framing, you see.
What did you say about our friends?
Never you mind, dear. Just smile and roll, ladies. Smile and roll.
You see me rolling. Oh my God, Emmett again! Holy crap!
Visitors waved as they went by. Peter
Let me
Sam
guess,
did
Emmett
his
is
best
going to be the
make sure
generic
the camera
waving
didn't shake, but
figure.
was often too excited to prevent it.
Whoa, easy there. The mise en scène is just perfect right now.
Whoa.
Oh, is it? Well, thank you.
Oh dear, I still don't think he approves of our frames.
Ha! His loss, no doubt. Hush, everyone. We're nearly there. Whoa! Hey!
Sorry, I must have missed that bit.
And at last, they reached the special sidings near the extension, where they settled down to wait.
Listen, here's Scarlowy. They're cheering for him.
Good. Perhaps this will make up for the disappointment. Over the Duke.
But Scarlowy
Here come
wasn't
that boy.
disappointed at all.
I brought the Duke. I brought the Duke.
A distinguished-looking man stepped out, climbed to Scarlowy's footplate, and drove him on the new line round the lake and back again.
Let me guess, Duck is going to see the Duke and be like, oh my God, oh dear.
Then, standing on Scarlowy's buffer beam, he made
Oh,
a
he's gonna
special
fall.
announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have pleasure in declaring your new, lovely lakeside loop line now open.
Excuse me, Sir Duke. Are you real?
What?
Oh no! Why, Peter Sam? Why? Why would you even?
Scarlowy said you'd been listening to Duck. Duck thinks that Dukes were great Western engines.
Are you?
Dukes are really people. Or at least I do believe I am. Nevertheless, I am happy to assure you, Peter Sam, that I am indeed a real, live Duke.
I'll give Duck Dukes.
Shh! Please stop talking.
The Duke turned to the owner.
I congratulate you, sir, on your remarkable.
If your name is Duke, then
It must be a record
you
indeed to
could be
have
fake.
2 locomotives on regular service and both 100 years old. Long life then, and good running to Scarlowy and Rheneas, your famous old engines.
Speech! Go on, give a speech. Go on. Oh, we all love a speech. Go on.
Thank you, Your Grace, and everyone for your kind wishes. You've given us both a lovely 100th birthday. But Your Grace, Scarlowy and I aren't the only record engines. Our twin brothers, Talclin and Dolgok, were built at the
I'm
same
sorry,
time as
who?
us, so they are 100 too. And they're still at work. They're railways at Toby in Wales. Please go and see them, Your Grace, and everybody, and wish them many happy returns from Scarlowy and Rheneas, their little old twins.
Word soon spread of the celebration's success.
It's like your Duck's
When
reaction.
Duck had heard that the Duke did arrive, and that he was actually a person, he apologized to Peter Sam.
Goddamn
It's all
right.
Duck. I'm just happy that everything worked out.
As am I. All shipshape in swindling fashion, as they say.
Exactly. You know, my brother once worked for the Great Western. Maybe he knows as much about the engine dukes as you do.
Did he indeed? Well then, I'm sure he's just as sensible an engine as you. Enjoy the rest of your day, Peter Sam.
He's cute.
But what Duck didn't know was that Peter Sam
Oh my
had
God,
been right
animated
about the
faces?
Duke all along.
Isn't it funny? Both Duck and Peter Sam thought the Duke was an engine, but he turned out to be the Duke of Sodor.
Holy crap.
Maybe they were onto something too.
Everyone got
Have you heard the story
bamboozled.
of Duke, the Lost Engine?
No, I haven't.
Ah, well, this one's a classic.
Is this
Once upon a time, there were 3 little engines who lived in their own little shed on their own little railway.
Oh my god, is this how Thomas hears the story? Holy crap, oh my gosh. Ah, the war! That was cute. Really young. Hold up. Duck was the offensive twisted palm dude. Holy crap. Really turning. Roman. Everyone else I don't really have any. Everyone else I didn't really have any.
But what about our Duke?
Don't worry, Peter Sam. I'm sure he's out there.
The 2 best voice
somewhere.
actors.
I hope.
Oh, he did.
So I've got my
My
essay
dude did.
written.
Shut
So now
up.
I'm going to show
I don't. God damn
you
it,
how I use
Grammarly.
Grammarly to edit.
I don't
So
want.
here's my essay.
No. Baku! It's Coco! It's the Coco Man. A good turn for the worse. Alright. Boco and the Coco. Yep. Alright. Go for the Boco stuff.
Boco, the diesel engine, was enjoying his new job on the island of Sodor. He'd become firm friends with Edward, and had even won Gordon's respect.
Boco, my dear
But
engine,
Donald and
save
Douglas
me.
still didn't trust him. They weren't too fond of diesels after what had happened on their old railway, and had yet to come around.
Don't worry, Boco. All it takes is one good turn to win them over.
Boco hoped it would.
If Donald and Douglas were replaced by James in this, I would have been in trouble.
Days later, his hopes paid
I'm not going
off.
to say why.
While Boco was resting on a siding, Donald crawled in, pushing some coaches. He looked exhausted.
From roaches.
Hello, Donald. Oh my, you look tired. Do you need some help?
Do I need some help? Do I look like I need help moving some weed coaches away? Of course I do.
Some weed coaches.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I can just tell that you've worked hard all day, and I'd be happy to take a little weight off your buffers.
Donald didn't like being told what to do by a diesel, but he could tell that Boco wanted to help.
Barry's just
Well,
eavesdropping.
always and have a drink. Thanks, lad.
That's the spirit.
And with that, he buffered up to the coaches and pushed them towards the yard. But things were about to take a turn for the worse. A careless repair crew
Is it a
had
good
left some
turn,
steel
though?
poles on the track.
Oh no. It's Edward strikes out.
Stop!
I think that's it. Oh. Oh.
Boco stopped, but it was too late.
Dang, this
The
music.
derailed coach had wedged itself firmly under the coal hopper. When Sir Topham Hatt came to survey the damage, he was very annoyed.
You've made quite a mess, Boco. Now that this hopper is occupied, Gordon won't have enough coal for his next journey. I'll need you to take the express while we sort this out.
Boco felt ashamed, but he did as he was told. He knew the other engines would be cross with him. And he was right to think so.
It's shameful, really, that he'd block off the coal hopper just so he could pull my express. And to think I thought so highly of him.
Can't say I'm surprised. Your diesels will not stop, will they? Oh, aye, today it's the coal hopper, tomorrow it's the water towers he'll be after. All just to keep our steam engines in line.
This was too much for Boco.
Oh, come off it. Derailing the coach and blocking the coal hopper was an accident. You all must know I'd never do anything like that on purpose.
There was no reply, so Boco went crossly to sleep. Next day,
Well, he's
he told
sad, boy.
Edward about the whole ordeal.
Oh, no. Oh, now
That's
he's
not
happy.
good.
You think? I was only trying to get Donald and Douglas to trust me a little more.
Maybe doing them another good turn will help.
Yeah, why are the facial
Doing them a good
expressions
turn
like
is what got me
very
into this mess.
inconsistent?
Well, in that case, your next
Because there were a lot in
turn
the
will be twice as good as the
Glenn
first.
episode, but now as it progressed, it's
I'm
like
sure everything will work
it
itself
switches
out.
back and forth.
But
I don't know.
now, Boco wasn't so sure. Later that day, after Boco delivered some trucks to the station, he saw the station master run across the platform to speak to Sir Topham Hatt.
Bad news, sir. The turntable is jammed, and Donald and Douglas are trapped in the sheds.
No.
The whole shipment will be delayed if they can't go out to collect it.
Bother. As if there haven't been enough delays. We'll need another engine to fill in right away.
Boco knew his chance had come.
If you'll allow it, sir, I'd like to make up for what happened yesterday.
Boco saves
Could I
the
take the
day.
train?
Very well, Boco. By collecting the coal, you'll be doing a good turn for the whole railway.
A good turn.
Certainly hope so.
What will it be for the worst? Or for the worst?
To Boco's delight, everything went without a hitch. He collected the coal from the other railway and delivered it to the yards just in time. Word of Boco's good turn got around quickly. The engines, especially Gordon, were very
The worst
grateful.
turn for the good.
Well done, Boco. You've certainly made the best of a bad situation. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you,
he's got
Gordon.
troublesome
Do you
brain
think
man
Donald
in the
and Douglas are still
background.
cross
That's
with me?
great.
I hope they don't think I jammed the turntable just so I could snatch their job.
Don't worry. I'd say they've come around.
That evening,
Boco
when
commits
Boco
war
returned
crimes
to
so
the
he can
sheds, he
be
heard Donald
praised.
and Douglas recounting the day's events.
You know, for a diesel, Boco's not such a bad sort of engine.
That, from the Caledonian twins, was high praise indeed.
Yay! So Boco, good boy. That was good. Ooh, I like this song. Do I recognize anyone? Nope. Well, except from Look Tank, but I.
Long lasting and so
I don't
ancient.
care
Quiet.
about
Great
your
systems
long
for
lasting
more-
crap. Alright. Whistle trouble. Adaptation. It doesn't even say enterprising engines. It just says Thomas and Friends. Alright, let's go.
One morning, Sir Handel was complaining in his usual way.
It's time I had a rest. What a nuisance passengers are. Anyone would think we'd have nothing to do but give them rides all day.
You know what happened on our old railway when there weren't any? It closed. We're lucky, if you ask me.
I didn't.
Sir Handel puffed away
I
in a
didn't
puff.
ask.
As he did, a bolt atop his cab worked itself loose.
Skirt. Oh god.
What was that?
But only Sir Handel had noticed. He stopped along the line to let Duncan pass.
Hello, Sir Handel.
Seeing Duncan rattle along,
Hello,
gave
Sir Handel. Go
Handel
fuck
a
yourself.
naughty idea.
Oh. If I rock and roll as much as I can shake my cab even looser.
Oh,
And I shall
God.
have to rest until I'm mended.
His driver was
Now watch
cautious.
Handel go. He can really
Steady
rock
now,
and roll.
chap.
He
But
can
this
slip.
was
He
all
can
part
slide.
of
He can
Handel's
slip.
plan. He bucketed along the line, bouncing more than ever. At the end of their run, the fireman checks their handle.
I've checked its springs. Nothing seems wrong.
I'll mention that worse.
Is that who I think it is?
But I think Sir Handel is up to something.
I swear, if that's who I think it is.
They were soon proven
I'm
right.
not going to say it.
Next day, Sir Handel nearly derailed on a set of points.
Wow, wow, wow,
Oh,
wow,
shit.
wow, 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 hey, what now? Hey, now, what
But it was too late. When Sir Handel
God.
hit another bad
Joey's
bump,
such a great voice
his
actor.
catapult broke altogether. The driver and fireman inspected the damage.
You'll have to take the train. Scarloey and Peter Sam are already up the line, and there isn't time to get the others ready.
What? Why? Would you? I couldn't possibly take passengers in my condition. This is a disgrace. This is an outrage. This is something else that's bad.
Okay, this is my favorite in terms of Joey's voice acting. In terms of voice
Each
acting.
time he puffed, his cab rattled. And when it did one time too many, part of it caught in the chain of his whistle.
Hey, what? Wait, what's it? What's going on? Why am I whistling like this? Hey, stop it! Enough already! Just stop it!
Oh my god.
Scarloey was waiting for his train at the middle station. In the distance, he heard a strange noise.
What's that? It sounds like an
Oh wow,
engine
the
that wanted
Erdl
to
water
whistle, but
tower that
couldn't
you
quite
see a
manage
million
it.
times.
Then Sir Handel came into view. As he crossed each rail joint, a puff of steam came from his whistle, and every time he gave a faint peep. Scarloey tried not to laugh, but Sir Handel's driver and fireman didn't
Oh,
even
yuck.
try. Sir Handel was furious. That evening, his driver and fireman came to mend him.
We're sorry we laughed, but your whistle chain got caught in your cab.
The crosser you
Okay, I don't
became,
think
the
it's
more
good.
you rattled, and the more you rattled, the more you whistled.
Oh, you mean like this?
It's pretty goofy.
Sir Handel said nothing. His idea, he decided, hadn't been such a good one after all.
Dang. Ooh, different credits. Those are Chris story. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hopefully that works. Probably not. If anything's wrong, just tell me to redo them, and then I won't do them for you.
Okay, it's William. That's why.
I don't really know how to end this. Do I say goodbye? Like, I don't even know if I should like keep it. Like, guess I'll end it. I don't really know what else to say.
My dude muttering to himself. Thrill him. Another Sir Handel episode? Let's go. I believe we are at the halfway point of season 0. What do I think of it so far? It's real pretty good. Of course, a lot of people like it for the outside, the sets, which are beautiful. Pretty much for me, the high point of this series so far is just Sir Handel. Sir Joey Handel. All right. Real Handel.
Sir Handel was feeling indignant. After his whistle chain had snagged onto his cab, he had to be fitted with a new one altogether.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, due to
Vic!
the order mix-up, the new whistle was very different.
Oh my god, I love that face. I love
It
that
was
Lego face.
loud and
Yes,
shrill,
best face.
and he didn't like it at all. He was still feeling grumpy as he brought his coaches into Crovan's Gate that morning.
Good morning, Sir Handel.
What's so good about it?
Oh my God!
I got fed with this new silly
it's the
whistle.
duo.
As if to prove his
The
point,
epic duo.
he blew it long and loud. The passengers held their ears, but Gordon was impressed.
Silly? Why, that's an A4 whistle.
Take him
You should
away,
consider
Gordon.
yourself
Stop
lucky,
that
my dear
noise.
engine. Some of the most prestigious
Murdered.
engines in history have that very whistle.
The dynamic duo.
Sir Handel didn't exactly know what prestigious meant, but it sounded very important. He didn't think his whistle was silly now. After all, it was something he could boast about.
Oh my God.
Gordon says my whistle's egregious. He says I should consider myself lucky to have it.
Well, you're right about one thing. I can hear you from the other side.
Rather
of the
thing of
island,
me,
naturally.
I've had
desperation.
children on my trains. I didn't scream that loudly.
We may as well call you Shrill Handle now.
Sir Handel was through boasting about his new whistle. Actions do speak louder than words, after all.
They're all jealous. They're jealous, I'm telling you. Well, I'll show them. I'll show them my whistle's just as egregious as Gordon said it was.
Sir Handel's passengers were the first to fall victim to his sour mood, as the sound of his new whistle pierced their ears.
Easy, boy. We're trying to say hello to our passengers, not make them go deaf.
Not make them go
But Sir
deaf.
Handel didn't care, and he blew his whistle once more as he pulled away. Normally, engines are only supposed to whistle at certain points along the line to let people know they are approaching. But Sir Handel was blowing his whistle at everything. Birds and deer fled in fear. The passengers jumped.
So it's wonky whistle.
Cars, buses, and lorries all
Oh, God.
swerved in surprise. But Sir Handel continued blowing his whistle in the same haughty manner.
Put down, you maniac!
All the while,
It's
ringing in
wonky
his
whistle.
crew's ears was
Hurry
getting
to the country
louder
show.
and
Tell your
louder.
friends and don't be slow.
Later, Sir Handel stopped at Glennock Station. Once the passengers had all climbed aboard, the guard blew his whistle and waved his green flag. But Sir Handel didn't move. The guard blew his whistle again, but Sir Handel remained still.
Come on! What's the holdup? We're gonna be late!
Once more, there was no reply. The guard rushed
Oh,
over
my
to see what
gosh.
was the matter, only to find the driver and fireman standing soundly in the cab.
Didn't you hear the whistle?
What? What whistle? Speak up, will you?
Huh?
By the way, where's all that ringing coming from?
Oh, wow.
Huh. Well, that explains it. Thanks to all your silly whistling, your driver and fireman can't hear a thing. The train won't be going anywhere now.
Sir Handel felt very embarrassed. Soon, Sir Handel's driver and fireman were taken to a nearby hospital, and Peter Sam arrived to take Sir Handel and his train the rest of the way.
Well. Looks like
Well.
Handel struck again.
Sir Handel said nothing as he clanked meekly behind. The Thing Controller had some stern words for Sir Handel when he returned to the
Oh,
sheds.
no.
I hope you're proud of yourself. Your crew will be fine in a few days' time, but you will stay on shunting duties until your proper whistle arrives, and I better not hear a peep out of you until then.
That night, the other engines teased Sir Handel once more.
Well, you certainly proved your whistle was
Caleb, I pointed that out like
yesterday.
3
It seems
episodes
that the
ago.
big engine's whistle just isn't suitable for a little engine with a short temper.
Be careful, you two, or Shrill Handel will give us all an earful.
Oh, no.
Now Sir Handel wished his ears were ringing too.
Maybe I should actually look up what egregious means.
Look up. How, you gonna grow hands and go on to Google? Caleb train. Oh my gosh, the ambience. Oh my god. What we talked about when we talked about what? Huh? What we talked about when we talked about Sir Handel? That's the title. Okay. Now let's go for it.
Sir Handel is an
Oh
entitled
dang!
He acts as if
That's some
hard
rock and
work
roll
was
shit
illegal,
going on.
and that he was above it all. His repeated offenses had a way of gripping
I saw that!
as the other engines
Purple
went
guy!
back to work. What made Sir
Was that
Handel
Golden
the way
Fred?
he was? And would he ever learn his lesson? It was a difficult code to crack, even for the ones that knew him best.
Wait, crack.
Stupid whistle. Cat bolt. Stupid whistle chain. Stupid A4 steak sauce whistle. Why is everything my fault? It's not fair. I mean, people say I grumble almost as much as Duncan, but Duncan's the real.
Is that the Grim
I am just treated unfairly. Everything is so stupid.
He's certainly been stuck up lately.
He has, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, that's
It's
a
that new name of his. He did nothing to earn such a title.
What did you do to earn your title? I was only asking.
You make a fair point.
See, there it goes. Now we get
Perhaps
faces.
I hadn't earned my title before I received it, but I lived up to it.
And now
And
nothing.
yet to see Sir Handel do the same.
Wasn't Sir Handel renamed in honor of the railway's first owner?
He was. Our owner was a remarkable man. He deserved to have an engine bear his name. But I have to admit, it is quite a name for Sir Handel to live up to.
He'd better get started, or he might get his wings clipped.
And not a moment too soon.
Excuse me?
You've been no help.
Why, whatever do you mean?
Damn.
Okay, perhaps I did eavesdrop a little, but I couldn't agree more with what's been said about that Sir Handel. Why, the thought of a fancy name stoking an engine's ego rattles me to my core.
But you're part of the problem. He looks up to you, and whenever you fill his funnel with nonsense, we're the ones that have to deal with him.
Oh, goodness me! I had no idea the little railway held me in such high esteem. I'll certainly be more mindful in the future.
Man.
Everything he said sounded nice. So why do I feel so cross?
It's not always what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
Thankfully,
Yes.
Gordon would have a humbling experience of his own.
I haven't been the only one
Somewhere down
saying
the
that.
line.
Oh, is this Gordon Spencer?
I'm going to be
Yep.
late!
Meow.
Steaming pistons! Who's that?
Nice. Steaming piss. What do we got next? Don't cross duck. Don't duck duck. Thomas the Tank Engine was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas had gone to the works to be mended.
Edward must
The
take
fat
you to the
roller
work.
asked Duck to look after the branch line. Duck was delighted. It was nice to get out of the yard, and he got on swimmingly with the coaches. Percy was happy to see him again, and Toby was glad of the help, but found Duck to be rather opinionated. One day,
Oh, so it's Twitter.
Toby was taking trucks from the quarry. Bertie was approaching the
Oh,
road
no.
crossing, but to Toby's
It's
horror,
about to go
he
down.
wasn't slowing down.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Just missed each other. When they next met,
Bertie's
at the
such a
station,
daredevil. Oh my
Bertie
god.
was most apologetic.
Oh, I am sorry, Toby. I've got a new driver today. He seems to think I can beat you to the crossing.
That's all right. I just hope he doesn't put you in harm's way again.
Is this driver Evil
Duck
Knievel?
arrived with Annie and Clarabelle. He'd heard everything.
Didn't your driver see the crossing gates?
There are no gates. It's...
How can you run a line with no gates? It isn't proper. Why, those road vehicles wouldn't know to stop otherwise.
I know when to stop, thank you.
It's for your safety, as well as ours, Bertie. Accidents cause problems for all of us.
Duck looked back at Toby.
You should ask Sir Topham Hatt to put up gates at once. You should have asked him ages ago.
Toby and Bertie said nothing more. They just looked at each other.
I don't believe it, Percy. I never thought Toby would be foolish enough to run on an unsafe line.
The line is safer because Toby runs on it. His cow catchers and side plates work wonders. You needn't worry, Duck. If Sir Topham Hatt thought that crossings needed gates, they'd have been there from the start.
Duck was unconvinced.
This is
They were
a
hated.
confusing plot that Tom Hatt wants to murder
Recently,
all
one of the
the
level
engines.
crossings have been having issues with its gates. Sometimes they worked as they were meant to. Others, they stuck, no matter how hard the signalman pulled the lever.
I hope he did.
I'm okay.
There hadn't been any accidents, only headaches
What goes in
and
it?
delays, and the engines took great care when they approached. Unfortunately, no one had warned Duck.
Ha ha ha, Duck.
Duck was puffing happily along. The coaches sang quietly to each other, and Duck was pleased with himself. He passed a level crossing, its gates keeping traffic at bay.
Now that's the way. Just like a proper
Now
railway.
that's the way. I like it.
At the troublesome crossing, the trucks and lorries safely passed through. A new signalman was covering for the regular one. He pulled the lever and went back to his coffee. He didn't notice the gates were stuck. Duck soon approached. He saw
Or are we
the
gonna do a
gates,
busy
but
going
didn't worry.
backwards?
They'll open. They'll open. But they didn't.
They'll open.
Stop! Stop!
Stop!
His brakes screeched and his whistle blew. But crack!
Yep.
And there was Duck, sat on the crossing, remnants of the gate clinging
It's
to
a
his
busy
front.
going backwards slash
There wasn't time to examine Duck.
that stress
Traffic
engine.
was starting to build on either side of the crossing. Percy had to pull him to the station. When they arrived, Toby and Bertie were there.
Toby, who's that? Whatever he's doing, it doesn't look very safe to me.
It's Duck. Though, it seems he can't decide between pulling a train and being a crossing guard.
Duck pretended not to hear.
Fine.
Duck blushed and looked at his buffers, decorated by the broken gate. He certainly wouldn't be making any remarks about safety for quite some time.
Nice.
So I've got my essay written.
I don't care about the rest of it.
So now I'm going to show you how I use
I don't
Grammarly
know.
to edit. Okay, so here's
Old
my essay.
Groaner. Christopher Audrey. Oh my god, it's actually the length of a TV series episode. Alright. We got 6 more. Old groaning.
The engines on Sodor proudly stand the test of time.
Helicopter,
Despite
helicopter.
the age and wear, they work hard to do their best.
We got laughing
One
van.
evening, Henry returned to the sheds to find James feeling sorry for himself.
I'm getting old. I can't get about
Are
like I
you?
used to. It's all right for you younger ones, but my wheels are getting stiff.
Edward, Gordon, and Henry had all been on the Fat Controller's railway longer than James.
Edward,
They
Gordon,
didn't
and
say
Henry
so.
sensed
At
James's
last,
bullshit
Henry
level.
tired of James's complaints.
Oh, poor old groaner.
It's no use just sitting there moaning. Why don't you tell the Fat Controller that you're past it?
But James didn't like that idea. Not all old engines, so he had heard, were preserved.
Ooh.
Some, they said, were sold for scrap. James
did.
shuddered. He decided not to take a chance on it.
What?
Oh
my God, it's the rare!
The big station at midnight. Usually, one of the Fat Controllers...
Wait. Did I just see some eyes?
But Bear was away.
Did I just see a pair of
Boco
eyes?
was being mended. James had to take it instead, and he grumbled more than ever.
All this extra shunting, it's sure to wear me out.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh.
So there's this thing, James. It's called puberty. I'm surprised that
2
engines go
days
through
later,
it as well.
an inspector came to the shed.
People who live near the yards are complaining. They say there's a sort of groaning noise which keeps them awake.
I don't remember hearing anything, though we were there until midnight.
That's right. That's when they say it stopped.
Ha! It's probably only James, moaning and groaning about extra shunting.
Oh, shut up. If you had to shunt at night, you'd moan and groan louder than anybody.
Ooh.
That night, James's driver and fireman listened carefully.
It is you, James. Your brake blocks aren't holding your wheels properly, and when they rub against each other, they make a groaning sound.
Delicious.
The Fat Controller did not want complaints to tarnish his railway's reputation, so he made a plan that was swiftly put into action.
Donald and Douglas, you'll have to take turns on the midnight goods until the diesels come back. And James, you must have your brakes seen to at once.
That's not.
Leave it to the experts. Experts, eh?
The top of
You're
the
no
hat,
expert.
like the figure
Oh, do
himself,
not
keeps
bash
changing
yourself.
as well.
I have more experience in one rivet than you've seen in your entire life.
James was pleased at not having to pull the night train, but his nickname of Old Groaner stuck for several weeks afterwards. He even began to feel that it might have been better to be doing the shunting instead.
Huh. Weakling. There was a groaning yet. So yeah, that guy, that dude. We don't talk about him anymore. Fuck. Swoosh.
As experts in online
I don't care.
education,
God.
Purdue University
No
Global gives you
problem.
all the flexibility.
Yeah, I'm a little excited for the snow stuff in this. Alright, here we go.
While Thomas was away at York, Percy looked after Annie and Clarabelle and took most of Thomas's trains. Daisy ran the fast one, which connected with Gordon's Express at the junction. This made her feel very important. Toby was in charge of the goods trains that ran down to the harbor. He enjoyed that. His stone trains were dealt with by Mavis, the diesel belonging to the quarry company.
Is that a take and play model? No, it's. I don't know. Oh, here we go.
One day, snow on the other railway had delayed the
Oh
train
my
to
God.
London.
Bro,
so
he
Gordon's
did.
Express was late too. While Daisy was waiting for him at the junction, a blizzard spread across
I like this
Soho. Huge white flakes whirled all around, and her driver was worried. Daisy wasn't.
Oh, what fun! The other engines don't like snow, but I think it's magnifique, and I've got the rails to guide me, so it wouldn't dare give me any trouble.
You wouldn't.
Her
Yeah.
driver was not so confident.
Oh,
Daisy hasn't
please,
got the
it
weight a
wouldn't
steam
dare.
engine has. She can't push her way through.
Bro, this music.
And we all know how Thomas got stuck.
Oh, there's
Don't we?
Don't we ever?
And there's some B-roll.
He's told us often enough.
At last, Gordon arrived.
What alone is
Damn, this music
disgraceful.
jamming.
Engines frightened over a bit of snow. Have they any consideration with a timetable, railway's reputation,
Oh, Moab.
and yet my services?
Ooh.
And what are your thoughts on the galling inconvenience more commonly referred to as snow?
Oh, I think it's no problem at all. In fact, one might say it's snow problem.
Die.
But yes, a few flimsy flakes can't stop me.
Oh, quite right. Well done. But I'm late. I haven't time to gossip. Goodbye, Daisy.
He puffed importantly away.
No.
Yeah, I don't know Knapford Harbor. That's the thing. Daisy sound like oh. It sounds like
Daisy
Shakespeare
started
music.
But as they turned
The
towards
music
the
is
valley,
fucking
the
bopping in
sky
this one.
darkened,
Holy shit.
and then was completely blotted out by whirling snowflakes.
Oh no.
Oh! I don't like this.
Neither do I. We can't see where we're going.
Vicky.
They stopped at the next signal box, and Daisy's driver went to talk to the signalman. They came back looking glum.
There are deep drifts ahead, I'm afraid. We can't get through.
That's right.
Oh no.
It'll be difficult.
They can't do
Daisy
it.
will try and get you to the next station. Somehow.
If we're lucky.
It's great!
They weren't. Before they had gone far, Daisy began to feel ill.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
can't
God.
breathe properly. I'm practically suffocating.
Oh.
The snow has blocked your air intake, I expect.
The driver cleared it.
It's gonna be
But
Jack
it was
Frost
soon
with Daisy.
clogged again. Daisy could go no further.
This is actually
She felt
terrifying.
like bursting into tears.
I would cry, but then my mascara would freeze to my face.
Oh.
The driver got down again
She's smiling.
and trudged to the signal box to telephone for help.
Well done. You managed to get further than I thought you would.
Daisy felt more miserable every minute.
Oh god.
Even her driver couldn't cheer her up.
They promised to rescue us, but goodness knows how they'll do it.
They waited and waited, but no help came. The snow
Jesus.
drifted higher and soon
Oh, it's in
piled
her
all
eye.
around Daisy. Suddenly, she heard a whirring noise from above.
Oh, Oh, no! It can't be
now it's a
another
different face.
blizzard!
Daisy was right.
Oh, whoa.
It wasn't another blizzard.
Oh,
It
God.
was Harold the helicopter. He dropped hot drinks for the passengers, and when they were feeling better, he lifted them one by one
Wild
into
style.
himself, using something Daisy could only describe as
Some sort of a chair thing.
Yes, thank you, Dave.
the passengers went to the airfield, where they were looked after until they could reach home. Harold couldn't help Daisy. It was a cold, miserable week before Toby rescued her.
Oh, God.
She doesn't think snow is magnifique now.
Magnifique. How is she not dead? Okay, that's up there. Even though it's an adaptation, it's up there for my favorites. Yep, right there. Yep. Old Brady. Stay warm. Oh, this came out in
It's hard to believe
2018.
Mint's new family plan and it's just $15 a month.
Cab over wheels!
So I've asked.
The rain had.
Please tell me that it's like the original, where it's like all I don't know how to describe it. Because I know Cab Over Wheels is like a little funny episode, I think, or like little adaptation. Yeah. I remember the story Cab Over Wheels. I know it's about like Wilbur, or it's about 16.
Started up again, and Thomas the tank engine was hurrying along with his last train of the day.
Reduce
At a
speed.
junction, he saw Wilbert, the engine from the Dean Forest Railway who had come to help Donald and Douglas.
Oh no!
Thomas skidded on the rails, but managed to stop just in time.
Hey, close call there. I'm Wilbert. You must be Thomas, and this your branch line?
So I've heard.
Your branch line?
Yes, I am, and it is. What are you doing here?
Your friend Percy had an accident with some oatmeal sacks just as I arrived.
Pardon?
Something
Wait,
about porridge
sacks?
being lodged in his cylinders.
Oh, Percy.
Do things like this happen all the time?
Well, we're never short of stories, I suppose.
I'd love to hear them. Perhaps we can swap some once we finish it there.
Thomas felt embarrassed. He would have preferred to have put his best wheel forward, and almost wished he wouldn't see Wilbert that evening. But sure enough, he did. At the sheds, Wilbert and Toby had already hit it off well.
You're lucky to have a long line. Mine's only about 1.5 miles long. We're stationed at Northshard and we were at Lydney. Scenery is super though, and my driver says it's better up the valley. Our volunteers are going to open that bit too. They work hard, but it takes a long time.
I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. Have we kept you busy here?
There's an
Oh,
ant
yes.
with a little
My
red.
first jobs today was at your
sheds.
lead mine.
Thomas tried to give Wilbert some helpful advice.
Oh, and don't pass the danger notice. I tried that once, and I fell down a mine.
And then instantly regretted it.
I worked at a colliery. Got a whole lot of
Doorman?
danger notices.
Is that you?
But there was an engine once who thought he knew better.
Oh yeah, here we go, 16.
This engine didn't have a name, just a number, 16. And he worked in a steelworks. One of the jobs 16 and his
Excuse
friends
fucking
had
Bob.
to do was take waste from the works in special trucks to a place they called the tip. 16 got tired of always stopping in the same place. He tried to go further, but his driver
Yeah,
always prevented him.
he goes further and then it goes down.
The other engines tried to stop him too.
If the notice says danger,
What the fuck?
16 paid
What?
no attention.
What?
Don't be stupid. We mustn't pass the board, or goodness knows where we should end up.
16
not
wanted
pass
to know.
this board.
Pooh, I can take care of myself. One wet day, 16's chance came. The rails were slippery, and when his driver tried to stop, he couldn't. You see, 16 had asked the trucks in front of him to carry on past the warning sign. They did just that, and their momentum pulled 16 with them.
You silly engine.
Wasn't
You
my fault. It was those trucks.
You always wanted to pass that board. I believe you asked them to drag us on purpose.
What are you doing there, driver? It's not safe.
The trucks dragged us.
Well, come to the office with me. And you, fireman, get your engine back on firm ground before it's too late.
But it was already too late.
Oh no.
The foreman turned away. The earth beneath 16's wheels sank, and the rails sagged. Small rush of stones clattered away to the bottom of the bank. 16's driver knew that if he tried to move the engine now, it'd only make things worse. Ooh! Ah! Beneath his weight, the rails sagged even more. Suddenly, they fell away completely. The fireman leapt for safety. 16 overbalanced.
Oh God!
Coupling between him and the truck
Oh
broke,
Jesus!
and he rolled cab over wheels down the bank.
And he dead.
What happened to 16 after that?
Oh, he was rescued, but he wasn't repaired, and he was sent to the back of the shed in disgrace.
Is he still there?
He got better than he
He's
deserved.
still there behind
Some
our shed.
preservation
He'll
people
never
came
move
and bought
again.
him. Now he lives in the Midlands, but I think he was lucky to be given a second chance at all.
Indeed. Yes. Yes, he was.
Though Thomas felt a little silly about his earlier scrape, he was happy that Wilbert took it all in stride.
Oh, why is this music so poppin' in this one? Jesus.
And why wouldn't he? Wilbert knew it wasn't the first time an engine was given a second chance.
What? Wait. Just stole his face. Oh yeah, I was thinking about a cab over ours or airs. That video. This is up there as well.
That's just me trying to stop.
Because I already know the story. Obviously. Really good adaptation.
Do not buy solar panels.
Okay, I will not buy
If you
solar
live in one of these 11 states of America, it's the worst decision you...
No. On schedule. Oh Lord, is that where you're gonna stay every end of the episode? Okay. We're gonna take a break for a sec because I actually gotta go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. And we're back. Stop that. Let me text Thomas for a sec. Okay. Back to Les Videos on schedule. Another collab with your boy Thomas.
The island of Sodor had been hit by strong winds, making life difficult for the engine.
Oh my god.
Trains were often delayed, if not canceled, due to line obstructions.
Oh no. He's dead. Oh my god, no way. My boy. Boulder.
Are you sure it's safe to go out in this weather, Percy?
Of course it is.
It's not safe.
Oh my god.
Jesus. I'm getting some mixed signals on that.
One evening, as the gale howled outside, the big engines were huddled in the shed, accompanied by Daisy.
Surgery and no spoilers.
The wind is so strong. It ripped the crosscut gates right off their posts. Poor Thomas. He was still being derailed when I was ordered to stay here tonight. I hear his front end was damaged something awful.
Ah, count on a small engine to be impeded by a few toothpicks.
Before Daisy could reply, Henry came backing into the shed, grumbling dreadfully.
A kipper's been canceled. Father, I was looking forward to a nice evening.
Oh, not you too, Henry. I'd expect this from Thomas. But we're big engines. A little wind shouldn't stop us.
That controller's orders, Gordon. He doesn't think the vans can withstand the strength of the gusts.
Oh, you're just being silly. You watch me tomorrow. I'll be right on schedule, whatever the weather.
With that, he fell asleep, leaving Henry brooding. Though still strong, the winds had lessened by morning. Gordon had just left on his first express run, but was not enjoying himself. Speed restrictions were in place, and no matter how fast he tried to go, his driver held him back.
Calm down, Gordon. I've already got the weather to worry about. I don't need you trying to bug me.
We aren't running a race. We are.
Shameful. It's shameful.
Gordon begrudgingly slowed down as the wind swirled around him.
Wait, what is that?
Leading up
The
to
hell was
Edward
that?
Station, the main line is surrounded
It was like
by
a. It
farmers'
was like the
fields.
keyboard.
One farmer, who worked closer to the line, had recently built a small shed for his equipment. He was pleased with his handiwork, but didn't realize how light the structure was. Too easily,
Oh no!
the strong winds picked up the shed and blew it across the field.
Good grief!
Nice effect. Oh my god! He did.
Gordon, are you alright?
That voice. Right.
When the winds died down again, James came to take the express to the end of the line. With Edward banking him up the hill, The only engines available to help Gordon were Bill and Ben.
Oh my god.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Bent buffers.
Why?
Worn brakes.
Why are they
That's
take
not
long
the
models?
make of a proper
Ew.
express engine. By the looks of it, he wouldn't even make a proper shed.
Gordon felt too worn out to retort. He was moved to a siding at Edwards Station, mournfully waiting to be taken to the works. He soon found himself being shunted onto Henry's goods train.
Well, well, well. You were on schedule, all right. Be careful in the future, will you? I'd much rather see you
Funny.
in the express than housing tools.
For once, Gordon felt Henry's words were worth heeding.
Hello, Matthew Jebediah. I am coming to you live from my closet in Canada. Appropriately, it's windy as all get out right now. So if you hear some gusts in the background while I'm recording this story about Gus being troublesome, please excuse that. It was really just for setting the mood. I will edit it out in post, I promise. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Duncan gets spooked.
The little engine.
Duncan gets spooked. Here we go. Finally, a story that I can get behind. Duncan gets spooked. Here we go. I'm excited for this one.
Leaves and broken branches. Peter, Sam, and Rusty often worked together. One day, Rusty helped Peter Sam to a water tower. Peter Sam felt much better after his long drink, but the trucks were bored.
Let's break away.
Their loads were heavy, and the couplings old. One snapped.
I'm ready for the bridge.
Faster! Faster!
A sign read, slow, steep bends and ravine ahead, but the silly trucks never saw it. Then it was too late.
Oh, wow. Oh, there are rocks. Nice. Nice.
Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. His driver sighed.
This was our fault. We didn't secure them properly. We'll have to get help to pull them out. The thing controller will be very
No, they're
annoyed.
dead.
And he was.
You will work in the yards until I can trust you again.
Duncan was delighted with Peter Sam's dilemma.
Fancy not securing your trucks on a hill. They'll come back to spook you and your special funnel. Woo!
And who's to say you're not afraid of ghosts?
Ghosts? Things that go bump in the night. Rubbish.
Well, I'll tell you a story that'll make your funnel.
Oh, here we go.
A long time ago,
Oh my god!
it was a misty, moonlit night.
Oh no.
Suddenly, the engine lost control
Oh, no.
and plunged over the side into the swamps below.
And he's dead. Oh, yeah.
He was never found again. But many a workman will tell you that when the moon is full, they can see a little engine trying to get home. But he never reaches the other side.
So what do you think of that, Duncan?
Duncan?
Pah! Nonsense!
Oh, never mind him, Peter Sam. He'd be frightened if he really saw a ghost.
This gave Peter Sam's driver an idea.
Let's play a trick on Duncan.
Let's fuck with
The
Duncan.
next day, he spoke to Duncan's driver and fireman, who agreed.
We'll do it tonight.
Duncan had to bring some trucks to the mines, and then bring slate trucks back. Duncan's driver decided as part of the plan to cross the old iron bridge.
Haunted bridge. Rubbish. It's as tame as a pet rabbit.
But all the same, he kept thinking about Rusty's story. When dusk fell, he was keen to leave.
If you don't go now, Scarloy will take my favorite place in the sheds.
We can't go back until we've collected all our trucks first.
He could see their plan was working because Duncan was nervous. When night fell, they set off.
Oh no.
The moon was full.
What if the
and
fireflies
mists were
from
rising
the
on
Atlas
old iron
episode comes
bridge.
back?
Duncan whistled, and the sound echoed everywhere. Then ahead, he saw flickering lights. His driver knew they were only little insects that shine brightly at night, but to Duncan, they looked like an engine.
Oh my god!
Next, his driver secretly dropped a rock from the cab into the ravine below.
That was a weak splash.
It's the ghost! Take me back! Take me back, please!
When Duncan reached the safety of his shed, he closed his eyes tightly.
Spooked, are you, Duncan?
No, I'm asleep.
And Duncan
No.
refused to open his eyes. He did, though, when he thought his driver wasn't looking, just to make sure he was still there.
Nice. I will say that the rock
Right,
splash
some rusty ones here.
and
Lovely. I love a bit of rusty.
Duncan's
sometimes.
reaction.
I don't know why I did that voice because that's not my rusty voice. I mean,
Not
my
too
rusty
good.
voice is my normal voice.
But other than that, everything else here was great. Very good remake. Rubbish. Shut your bitch ass.
Michael felt.
Alright. E2 Broods. I think useful set. Was it useful? Someone in the chat said that this was one of their favorite episodes. You gotta scroll up and see. His name is Pits Rabbits. No, it was Sudrian. Sudrian said this was one of his favorites. Okay. E2 Brute. Another one with Thomas.
The
Alright,
engines
Thomas,
didn't
let's
like
see how
visiting the scrap
lit
yard.
this is.
More often than not, it was a grim reminder of the past.
Oh.
Sometimes, Thomas would see the rusting remains of engines that looked just like him.
Jesus Christ.
The Fat Controller tried to ease his worries.
Thomas, it's not what you are, but who you are that makes you a really useful engine. You must know
Being different is what makes you special.
Thank you, sir. But what about the others? How many other tank engines worked on Sodor, and why were so many of them scrapped?
I'm afraid I don't know what to say, Thomas.
Is this where Timothy
The
comes in?
island was a lot different back then. There were many engines that you may have never even heard of. But while many have been lost, there may still be some waiting to be found.
I hope so. And I hope I'm the one that finds them.
It wouldn't surprise me if you did.
Keep forgetting.
After that, Thomas
Oh my god, Magic
felt
Railroad
much better.
Company.
But to his surprise, the next time he went to the scrapyard, the scrapped engine was nowhere to be seen.
Where did it go?
I'm sorry, Thomas, but the old slab was just taking up space. The scrappers probably decided to melt it down.
Oh, it's a shame. But I suppose it's for the best.
What Thomas
Oh.
didn't know was that the Fat Controller had sold the scrap lot to a preservation society that had recently received
Society?
a considerable endowment from a generous benefactor.
Hmm.
While the benefactor didn't have the knowledge to restore the engine himself, he had many friends that did. And soon enough, a makeshift workshop was constructed next to his own home. Everyone set right to work. But
What was that
sometimes
head behind the
Thomas would
barrels?
still worry about the engines from years
Or
past.
drums, whatever.
At first, it was just the idea that engines I never
Oh,
knew were
no.
scrapped frightens me. Now, the thought of something being too far gone to ever be saved frightens me even more.
What about when we helped old Slow Coach?
And Victoria, too.
Yes, everyone thought they were too far gone, but with your help, they became really useful again.
You think so? We know so. Nothing is too far gone, Thomas. Thank you, Toby. Do you think that scrapped engine has a chance too? There's no doubt in my mind.
Mine either. Neither. Sorry, I always get those confused.
Shut up.
While
Shut
I
up.
admit it's been difficult, giving this little engine a second chance at life has made it all worth it. That's a commendable outlook. And it comes from experience.
Oh my god.
Years ago, I invested in something truly remarkable. The most brilliant railway minds coming together to
I
preserve
didn't think
some
Journey Beyond
intriguing
Sodor would
designs
come into
and
play.
even improve upon them. But something went wrong.
Oh my god! Oh!
I don't blame myself for that project.
Is that blood on the floor?
Did
The
take
hell?
a toll on me. It was only when I realized that I had learned so much from that experience that I had the courage to continue. I'm glad you did. I wish you the best of luck with the rest of the restoration. Same to you. Enjoy your travels.
We're just about ready to scrape some of this rust off, boss.
Oh, excellent. Let me treat you boys to some lunch. You earned it.
Much obliged. Hey,
Oh my god, look,
who's
it's
that
my
over there?
face. Because I got
This
glasses
is my son,
and shit.
Tucker. He's been too shy to say hello, but he's been very interested in the work that's being done.
Oh my
Well,
god.
hello there, young man.
You
Lord.
can stop by and see what we're up to anytime.
Thank you.
You see that, Tucker? We're all friends here. Would you like to have lunch with us too?
No, thank you.
Suit yourself.
Damn, bro.
We'll see you in a couple of hours.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. 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 Ah, rip. Rest in peace, Peter. Alright. Final episode. Jesus Christ. Why? 0 out of 10. I hate it now. Oh! I've already seen this. This was the one episode that I've fully seen from Enterprising, and it's the last one. I'll watch it again. See if my opinion changes on it. Alright, boys, the final episode of Season 0. Here we go. Mike's Dog Days.
When the weather is fine, there is no better place to travel. Little Western. Duck and Oliver are proud of their line by the sea, and delight in taking passengers to and from the beach. Of course, the passengers don't just come for the sand and sea. The small railway attracts many visitors.
Yeah, Thomas, I've been
This
here
year,
for
the
2 hours.
controller has scheduled extra services
So I'm just going to be watching
to
Season
account for
0.
a high number of tourists. One of these trains was very special. It allowed passengers to bring their pets aboard
I'm not gonna
as
say
they
it.
traveled up the line. The small engines enjoyed taking this train. All naturally, except Mike.
Except Mike.
I don't know what the small controller is thinking. We're a railway, not a kennel.
I remember this one.
Those
Mike
blasted
complains
sheep
about
give us
the
enough trouble as it is.
pet,
like
trains or whatever, and then he gets used to them.
Huh. No harm in them. They're unpredictable. How can I pull a train with dogs jumping about?
With dogs?
So that's it. You're scared of them?
Hey, whoa! I am not. Of course you are. And why wouldn't you be?
Shut up,
Some are
Frank.
as big, if not bigger, than your great hulking mass. Shut up! Shut up! You especially, Frank, or this great hulking mass is gonna smash that light in the middle of your forehead. Whoa,
Mike's such a
I was
savage.
only teasing, Mike. There's no need for violence. There's no need for this conversation either. The last thing I want is for the two of us to develop some sort of rapport. But shut up! I just quiet! Can't you? Silence! Please, just let me. No one cares. I just hush. Can't you? Please, Mike, just let me talk. Mike, just let me. Don't care. Please. Nope. Don't care at all. Mike, come on.
Twitter be
Get a
like-
word in here. No one cares. Please, stop doing this. Stop doing this. Oh, Mike, for goodness sake! Oh, wow. Did you hear that, everybody? I think a new sound was just invented by the world's squeakiest grump. Why do I even bother? I got the last word. Much to Mike's chagrin,
This is a good
his
episode.
first train that morning seemed to have more dogs on it than ever. This did nothing to improve his behavior, and his driver had to work hard to stop him bumping the coaches at the platform.
No tricks, Mutiny, or the small controller will have some choice words for you.
Did the camera slightly shake when he said will?
Begrudgingly, Mike smartened
No
up.
tricks or will.
Then, a large German shepherd came bounding towards him. Stop, go away, go, stop.
Stop it.
I think he licked my eye. Get away.
Watson.
Oh yeah, Watson.
An old
I
man
remember.
came running to the dog, who was sitting very nicely next to Mike.
I'm so sorry. Watson gets very excited around trains.
No, that's no trouble at all.
Mike's driver pulled a treat from his pocket and fed it to the happy dog. The man and Watson boarded the train, and Mike set off. Oh, yeah, no trouble for you. I mean, there's not saliva all over your face. I mean, come on, you know what that mouth has been, do you?
Yeah, Rip Watson.
The small controller had asked the engines to keep their whistling to a minimum. He did not want to risk frightening any of the passengers'
Christ.
pets, so the engines only gave short peeps
You got a
when
whole damn
absolutely
snake.
necessary. So far, this hadn't caused any problems, but that was to change. Mike was still grumpy as he came through the valley. Bothersome things. Bothersome thing. Oh, whoa!
What?
Give me a break. Go on. Move. Move. The sheep took no notice. This made Mike crosser still. He was about to
Where's
give
Toby
them
when
a
you need him?
stern whistle.
Don't you dare. You know the small controller's rule. No unnecessary whistling.
Then how will I get them to move?
You don't.
What happened next? No one could have expected.
Oh yeah, sheepdog.
Well, I never.
Losers.
Watson's owner came to fetch him.
Bozo.
Always surprising me, this one.
I'm
Never
sorry.
knew he had it in him to be a sheepdog.
It wasn't long before Mike reached the top station. His driver told the small controller all about what happened.
That dog did a better job shooing sheep than your horrid whistle ever has, Mike.
The small controller shot Rex a silencing look.
Never mind, I'll be quiet.
In any case, thank you for helping avoid any delays. I'm sure this has changed Mike's tune about animals.
Yes, sir, it has. If you don't mind my saying so, sir, this train needs a title. Can we name it after Watson? The small controller smiled and turned to the man, who looked down to the dog.
What do you think, boy? The wayward Watson has a nice ring to it, wouldn't you say?
Watson barked delightedly, and everyone laughed.
Dogo.
Mike doesn't mind animals on his train now. He knows that, just like engines, they can be really useful in their own way. He makes sure his driver has treats on hand, and is always delighted to see one dog in particular, and to give him a ride on the wayward Watson.
That's cute. Robert Stewart. And Zelda. Nice. So that was season 0 of Enterprising Engines. If I had to rank them, I would say my favorites would include A Ring of the Bell, Good Turn for the Worst, the Sir Handel stories, mostly Whistle Trouble, Snow Problem, Cab Over Wheels, and E2 Group, and also the Duncan Gets Swooped one is good, but it doesn't really count since it's like a remake, you know. But yeah, so I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 8. Lit, great, epic, awesome. My top favorite is so far is Snow Problem. Either that or Whistle Trouble. So yeah, that's season 0 of Enterprising Engines. Lit, as always, obviously. I will be watching the rest of the series. Probably not on stream. Well, yeah, definitely not on stream because I've been here for 2 hours and 15 minutes so far, and apparently the season 1 is like 3 hours long. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that in like one sitting. So yeah, epic. And we're gonna warp back now to the homeland. Now we're in the void. And that was that. Even though this isn't really an official season. I'm gonna forget a lot of things though when in terms of the lore, because my brain can't really comprehend all of this stuff. So, yeah. All right. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. How should I end this? I know.
Calling people daddy is gross. Stop kink shaming me. Kink shaming is my kink.